Alright, number 4. This one set up a little bit different, but what we want you to identify is that this looks like a quadratic, so we want you to square it or factor it. Not square it, factor it. So it says equal 1. I'm going to move that negative 1 over and say plus 1 equals 0. Alright, so what you want to do is treat the cosine. Let's do a substitution. That's the easiest way to do it. We're going to say y equals cosine of x. So cosine squared x would be y squared. So we're going to say 2y squared plus 3y for cosine of x plus 1 equals 0. We will factor this, so 2 times 1 will give us 2. Factors of 2 are 1 times 2, and if we add those we do get 3. So this will factor. I don't know where the 2 goes, so the way that I do this, I put 2 in both. Separate the y squared and the 2 factors we found out that we use, 1 and 2. We'll go in the back, going from left to right. The first sign is your bigger number out of the 1 and 2. The 2 is bigger, so it gets positive. The second sign being positive tells me they're the same. If it was negative, these would be different. So that means that this is also positive, because that's what you have to do, 1 plus 2 to give you 3. Alright, so this is incorrect, having a 2 in both. So we're going to reduce. So 2y, 2 and 1 cannot be reduced by dividing by any common term. So leave this one the same, 2y plus 1. Now, this one divide by 2, and you will get y plus 1. So that one will reduce. So at this point, we have factored the problem. From here, we're going to go back and replace these y's with cosine, because that's what y equals, cosine of x. So we're going to have 2 cosine of x plus 1 equals 0, and we're going to have cosine of x plus 1 equals 0. So we're going to solve these. So we would subtract 1, 2 cosine of x equals negative 1, and then subtract 1 here, cosine of x equals negative 1, divide by 2. So we get cosine of x equals negative 1 divided by 2. So we'll figure this out, and then we've got to figure this out. So if you use the unit circle, the value that gives you cosine of negative 1, so on the left side, that's just equal to pi. It's only 1 in radians. And then the values that give you a negative 1/2 on the left hand side, which we've I think just looked at those. That was 2 pi over 3 and 4 pi over 3 from a previous problem. So you can look at the unit circle if you have it memorized. It makes it a little bit easier to get them. I don't think you have to put them in order. So pi 2 pi divided by 3 and 4 pi divided by 3.